Well, hello everyone. Happy New Year. It is the last day of 2021, and it's also the last day of season 3 of Fitness Fridays. I'm Dr. Johnny, and I've had the pleasure of doing this with you guys for the last year. I had to look back at the video, and the first one I made for Chiropractic First of Rockford was January 8th of 2021, and now it's December 31st of 2021. And I like to reflect back on all the things we've accomplished, all the goals we've hit, and all the new fitness goals and goals in our lives that we will have in 2022. So I wanted to go through, as always, the recap that we've hit in the new year here. And so for this season 3, I started off with doing a lot of rehab, right? It was rehab edition, and we looked at the shoulder. I had a number of patients that were actually going through rotator cuff surgery, and I wanted to give them isometric exercises that they could use to improve their lives. And the one thing that I did was I added the Bosu ball, or the wobble cushion, as an isometric tool to do internal, external rotations and holds and how to use bands. And so that was a great video for anyone that was dealing with any shoulder problems. And as we continued, this was the week that I was able to actually be in Florida, and I did the level 2 spinal training for Max Living. And it went through some of the specifics of how you can focus on your at-home rehab exercises using your neck traction units, using specific head weights and different ways for body weight, and why it was so important to have antagonistic muscles, right? Reciprocal inhibition. Having a strong core automatically relieves the low back. Having a strong backs and lats and traps can help take pressure off of the neck. And so using specific isometric exercises and holds went such a long way for your spinal health. Then as we continued through that, the following week, we added more value with the wobble cushion. And I still see so many patients that are dealing with ankle injuries, ankle mobility, they need ankle strength. And that's why using the wobble cushion as a tool to help not only strengthen and develop the low back, but also to help strengthen and develop your ankle. And this was something that you can work on: coordination, balance, different tools for that when it comes to rehab of the lower extremity. After that video, we moved into the cars, and I had a lot of good response from this because these were the controlled articular rotations that you could do for the shoulder and for the neck. Now, was the best way to help make sure you are getting full range of motion in these two areas of the body, but making sure that you're doing it in a progressively dynamic way, because the controlled articular rotations really do help warm up the shoulder and the neck anytime you're looking to do this activity, or if you're trying just to do something in the day to help strengthen up your body. And so cars were a great video, and I really enjoyed that one, and we can look into that even into the next seasons moving forward. Lastly, here we were doing into the rehab edition of losing weight. And this was something that we did basically 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago to the date. I don't know how you're doing with your goal, but this was a good way of how to lose 5 pounds in 5 weeks. Maybe you want to take this into 2022 with you, but I gave you different ways to, one, track calories, how to have high intensity HIIT workouts to burn 100 calories a day. Because that's the secret. If you burn 100 calories a day and eat 100 calories less a day, you could definitely lose that 1 pound a week easily if you stay disciplined. Other ways that we were doing was using water and lemon and salt in the morning to help boost your metabolism. The one thing that I wanted to focus on too is adding vitamin D into your health during these seasonal times when it's a lot dark and you don't get the sun. And then lastly, no alcohol. January is going to be a great month to do dry January. I know I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be something that I want to develop for my body. See if that's something you guys can work into. Then the next one we did was a lot of nutrition, right? This is where we looked into what we were actually putting into our body throughout the year. We're at the end of the year, see how many of these things that you actually were hitting. And then we broke down carbohydrates and the importance of knowing the difference between complex carbs, simple carbs. And remember, even the whole grains, those 2 slices of whole grain of bread can raise your blood sugar. It's that glycemic index, but it can raise your blood sugar just as much as a Snickers bar. So be careful with the carbs that you're putting into your body. That might be the first thing that you want to go low on for the new year if you're trying to lose weight. Because this was what we looked into, was how can I change my diet and have specific things when it comes to the lean protein, the starchy whole vegetables, the non-starchy vegetables, and then low glycemic fruits, because we don't want our fruits to have high sugars. As we continued, I love this line, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. What we're putting into our bodies is a reflection of what our health could actually be or what the potential of our health is. And then we broke down into the proteins, right? This is the nutrition edition. I know I'm going through a lot right now. I'm trying to fit in 10 weeks into 5 minutes here, but this was the free range chicken, or looking at the specific nuts to help with pistachios for weight loss, or having your walnuts give you packed with healthy omega fats, and then making sure that we looked into what type of protein we were getting, whether it was the free range organic chicken, eliminating dairy, having that grass-fed beef, such important things into the body, and then especially having the fresh caught salmon that's not farm raised, right? So many different things into the body when it comes to protein. And then fats, we looked at the healthy fats, making sure that you're getting coconut oil, avocado oil, because these fats help you absorb the important vitamins in the body, vitamin A, D, E, K, and then knowing a healthy omega 3 to omega 6 value, because those fish oils is what helps decrease inflammation in the body. As we continued, this was the cardiovascular week. And this is where I said, if you wanted to get into some cardio workouts, this is a great place to start. Having specific warm-ups, different ways to boost your metabolism, and tracking your heart rate. Remember, the heart rate is what's so important to track how much you want to be burning calories versus recovering for cardiovascular health versus staying in shape. And this was the warm-up that I started doing and getting my cardio up a lot, and it's been fun to do too. And so to finish it, for season 3, I wanted to go through a couple things that we do here in the office, right? And a couple things that I've learned in my own life. And so for the first one here, it's looking at mindset. Even in January, you could have a 21-day challenge. Have 3 weeks starting in January, because it takes 3 weeks to form a habit. So the goal is to start off January strong, and by the time those 21 days are up, January 21st, you're already in that better mindset. You have that 1% better principle every single day. And then when we're making your 2022 goals, this is something that we just did, but the specific SMART goals, right? SMART, specific goals. Set something that's realistic and measurable. It's got to be attainable. R is realistic, like I said, and then T is time bound. Have these specific ideas and make sure that you're staying on track of them. And when it comes to different mindsets too, if you're going to work out, do it because you love your body, not because you hate your body. Make sure you're doing that 80%, 20% rule. 80% of what you put into your body, the food is going to affect it. 20% is workouts. And here's the most important thing, which I love, is health is about balance. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. It's been a pleasure this past year, and I'm so excited to see you guys into the next year. So as always, I hope 2021 was great to you. And 2022, I want you to stay fit. See you guys.